I cannot figure out how to get to a gallery view of what clips I have recorded on this camera. Hey guys, so this is the Canon Rebel SL2, and there was some stuff about the menus that I wanted to show you. I just turned it on into video mode right now. And previously in my video about the SL2, I was mentioning about how there's some things in the touchscreen that you can only get to from certain ways. It also is dependent on your mode. In this case, these are the only shooting settings that I have. That is because I'm in the automatic mode. If I switch over to something like aperture priority mode, and then I go into menu, now I actually have my sound recording settings where I can set my mic gain. This is what I was talking about for when you're running external mics. This is on automatic gain, but I can go in here and I can manually set the gain down. So I can set the gain down so now it's picking up just my voice and not the background noises. The preamps are still pretty hissy. I wish that this setting would retain for only when an external mic is hooked up. When I don't have an external mic, I would prefer the sound to be on just auto. I haven't figured out a way to do that, but that's one thing that I did notice, is that the only way you can get the mic adjustment is if you are in one of these four modes here: manual, aperture priority, shutter priority, or program. The other ones, you don't have mic control. The other correction that I have about this camera is that I said you cannot get at the menu from the touch screen. You have to do the reach around to the menu button. There is the quick menu button up here at the top, the quick button, but that gets you into these live shooting modes. So you can make some adjustments from the front, but if I wanted to change that microphone gain, I would have to go to the back and press the menu button on the back of the camera. One of the other interesting and quirky things I found out about this camera is regarding playback. There is a dedicated playback button down here at the bottom, but then I've been a little bit conditioned that any type of a D-pad, the center is select and left, right, up and down. That does not work that way on the Canon system. So I have to back out of this now because this is a physical hard button quick menu. That only brings up the quick menu. So when I press this physical playback button, then I have to switch over to all touch-based control. So you touch and you play and stop based on the touch screen, and then you have all your media playback controls here. The dial wheel at the top adjusts your volume, and then all of the rest of the settings are all based on the touch screen. Now there is something that I've found that I cannot figure out a way to just fast forward. There's next frame and previous frame, and then there's go to last frame, first frame, but there's no real good way to just fast forward that I've figured out. If you're playing a video, then yeah, I have not figured out a way that I can just fast forward. What is this? So that's slow motion. So they've got play, pause, slow motion, first frame, previous frame, last frame, but there's no there's no scrubber. There's no way for me to run this forward and go to a certain area that I want, that I could figure out. Yeah, this slider up here does not do anything. Play, pause, menu button. Yeah. If I hit the physical info button, it brings up that little marker. But how do I get at my actual, and then if I hit info again, it's histogram. There should be a way for me to get at a gallery view. Where's my gallery? What is all this? This is all histogram stuff. See, that's where I find this not very intuitive. I'm going to hit this button up here and see what that does. Cannot magnify. Hit menu. Okay, playback settings. Okay, there's multiple clips that I've recorded on this camera. Just go back to playback mode. I know that I have more than one clip recorded on here, so how do you get at them? I cannot figure out how to get to a gallery view of what clips I have recorded on this camera. I can play this one, but I can't figure out how to get to the next one. It just resets to the beginning. Go to last frame, play. Yeah, weird. I'm going to switch over to photography mode here for a second, and I'm going to hit the playback button in photography mode, and again, we're back to video again. Yeah, I would think that a camera of this level would be easier to figure out, but it's not. It's got a lot of physical hard buttons, but you can't do everything from the physical hard buttons. There's a lot of stuff that is buried into the touchscreen, and you don't necessarily know what's a function in the touchscreen and what's a function that's on the hard buttons. Maybe it's display. Let me try that again. So go into playback, fire it up, go into playback mode, hitting the display button on the top. Nope, that's not it. And that just took me out. Maybe it's the arrow keys. There it is. See, that's where things are unintuitive, because in order for me to move from clip to clip, it's actually using these left and right for me to move through clips, but I can't actually play them from that button. So that's kind of weird. And it's just a mix of photography and videography here. So for this video, if I would intuitively, I would want to hit this button to play this, and that's not how it works. You have to navigate to what you want through hard buttons, and then switch over to the touch screen to play it. While I'm playing it, I cannot fast forward or reverse via the D-pad at all either. Hey guys, that was just a little update about this SL2. That's one thing that I did want to show you that I missed in my big overview video, so go check out that if you want more details about this camera. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to keep it or not. I'm not sure that I need this camera. It does have a couple of neat features, like I've said. It's got the mic input and stuff, but man, I don't know. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching.